Thank you for joining us. The Friends of the Israel Defense Forces is an organization established in 1981 by a group of Holocaust survivors to contribute to the education and well-being of the men and women who serve in the IDF. They have been guarding the State of Israel since it declared independence in 1948. The Israeli government is responsible for training IDF soldiers and providing them with the necessary tools for their service. FIDF is committed to providing these soldiers with educational, cultural, recreational, and social services programs and facilities that provide hope, purpose, and life-changing support for the soldiers who protect Israel and the Jewish community worldwide. The National Director and CEO of the FIDF will join us following these messages.
Life Extension Foundation was established in 1977 and is now the world's largest consumer-based anti-aging organization. Life-saving achievements taken for granted today were pioneered by Life Extension Foundation decades ago. Life Extension is currently funding $10 million a year in research on significantly extending a healthy human lifespan. Diseases that once plagued humanity have largely been eradicated by scientific innovation. 3 leading causes of death in 1900 are no longer leading killers today. Smallpox killed millions before it was eliminated in 1979. Life Extension funds research to fight biological aging so that it also will become a relic of the past. To learn more, log on to lifeextensionfoundation.org.
Anywhere else, this would be a vacation on the Mediterranean. But here, it's also a journey into history. From modern Tel Aviv to the ancient cities of Herod, the Romans, the Crusaders. The history of Israel lives in all of us. Come find the Israel in you.
When I was young, it seemed that life was so wonderful. A miracle, oh it was beautiful, magical.
And then they showed me a world where I could be so dependable. Oh, intellectual, cynical.
Find magic again. Sprout by HP. With Intel RealSense technology inside, now you can bend the rules of creativity outside.
With us now is General Meir Klifi-Amir.
It's a pleasure and privilege to have you on the Shalom Show. How are you,
pleasure.
sir?
I am good. How are you?
Celebrating life here in South Florida, where you're visiting at the Diplomat Hotel, and this is an event for Friends of the IDF. Tell us a little bit about the organization from your perspective.
So the organization, it's I can say one of the best organizations that you can find here in the United States and around the world when we are talking about supporting the Israeli soldiers. The brave men and women that put their life day by day to protect our homeland, the Jewish state, the Israeli state. And by doing it, I can tell you that they are not protecting only the Israeli people. They are protecting all of us. They are creating a better world for all of us. And for us, you know, we are saying when their job is to look after Israel, our job as an FIDF, the Friends of the Israeli Defense Force, it's to look after them.
Absolutely. So what is the importance to Israeli soldiers serving across the land of Israel? What is the value and importance to them of the contribution of FIDF?
So first of all, we are taking care about all their well-being needs. We are taking care about their education. You know that in Israel, it's a mandatory service. Every man or woman, when they're becoming to be 18 years old, they need to do their part. They need to give back to the country. So you can find all the kind of soldiers, those that came from very wealthy families, those that came from broken families, families with needs, and we take care about all of them with financial aid, education, building for them a lot of construction in the Israeli bases, gym, synagogue, auditorium, sports centers, all the needs that they have. As the FIDF, we have a huge privilege to work directly with the IDF. So we get the needs and the priorities for the IDF, and we are building our annual plan to raise money. But it's not about the money. For those young men and women to know that 1,000 miles across the ocean, there are people, love them, thinking about them, support them, it's elevate the most important thing for a soldier or a unit or an army. They elevate their morale. And this is the most important thing of what we build, in my opinion, bridges between Jewish people and non-Jewish people in America and in Panama with Israel through our soldiers.
Before we conclude this interview, I need to ask you, what more can the people here in the United States do to support FIDF?
You know, I can tell you that seeing all those people, today 800 people, coming, standing together to salute the IDF, to support the IDF, it's one of the most exciting moments that I can have as an Israeli citizen, as a former general. To see their love, to feel their hearts, it's unbelievable. They are so committed to those young men and women, and I can say that I know that they are living here in the United States and in Panama or in Miami, but their hearts are in the right place with our soldiers in Israel. So thanks God that we have them with us.
And thank God we have people like you, sir, leading the FIDF and all that you've done for Israel. Kol hakavod. Thank you so very much,
Pleasure.
sir.
Thank you.
There are many, when they hear the words Friends of the IDF, they think military, they think guns, things that this organization is not about at all.
You know, you think of soldiers in uniforms, that's a soldier. We're dealing with the person in the uniform.
Israel is the only country that really will protect her people. I'm Jewish and I have to play my part.
I decided to join the Army because when you care about something, when something's important to you, you need to do your share. I live here without my family. Sometimes that makes my service a little bit more difficult. The FIDF has so many programs that arrange support for us in different ways. All of a sudden these things remind you that you're not alone, and there's so many people who don't know you, yet they care so much about you, and that's really touching.
It was the biggest present I could get in the Army, seeing my family, being with my friends again.
The concept and the idea behind the Friends of the IDF and the concept of adopting brigade is a great expression for a Jewish solidarity.
It's sort of remarkable because I'm in college and they're fighting for their freedom.
I believe that I serve something bigger than only the Israel state. I serve the Jewish nation.
The IDF, I think, is the only army in the world that has an education corps. And there's a special program that FIDF supports that helps kids on the margins re-enter society.
My family came from Ethiopia in 91. I have 5 brothers. I'm the youngest. Coach Samir opened for me many doors for important jobs that I wouldn't have without it.
With starting the first year of my studies, I received a scholarship from Impact, which was kind of an oxygen line, which helped me go through the difficulties of being a student during this economic struggle. In the years to come, we will get our knowledge and we will get our strength with the help of the FIDF, and we will bring Israel to a better future.
Our job is to protect the state and to worry about the civilians here. And I really feel like the FIDF makes it their job to look after us.
With us now is a soldier girl from the Givati Brigade. Rachel, a real pleasure to have you here with us.
Real pleasure being here.
So you were actually born in the States and now you're visiting here in Florida.
Yes.
For what event? Tell us about the event.
So I'm originally from Miami Beach, Florida, and I'm here as an Army representative from South Florida, here at this huge FIDF gala event to honor soldiers, Israeli soldiers, lone soldiers, and all that we do in Israel.
And you have family still here in Florida, I understand.
Yes, all my parents are here, my siblings are here. It's just me back in Israel and my friends.
When are you going back to Israel?
I go back on Tuesday. So today's Thursday, so in about 4 days.
Before we conclude, what message would you like to share with your friends serving in Israel?
So all my friends back in Israel, keep defending the homeland, never give up. You see back in America, in Miami and New York, there's a huge presence that cares about you guys and supports you guys from so far. So keep defending, and I miss you guys and can't wait to be back home.
Rachel, thank you so very much.
Thank you so much for having me.
We'll now continue with a conversation with student volunteers of the FIDF.
Tell me, what's your name, please?
Shani.
And?
Olmert.
And Jennifer Shervani.
Okay, I'd like just to ask you, what motivated you to be here today?
So basically, I have a really strong passion for Israel, so to be here and to dedicate myself to FIDF, which is for the Israel Defense Force, it really means a lot, and it's to represent my country, which I love, Israel, so yeah.
Thank you, dear. Omer, tell us a little bit about why you're here.
So I'm here also to connect to my Judaism and stay connected, obviously, because I was born in Israel and I moved when I was 2, so I'm here for a good 16 years, but it's like you kind of lose it after a while.
Thanks. Jennifer, I'd like to ask you your thoughts on all of this, and you heard Ambassador Michael Oren. What are your thoughts on this?
First of all, I think it's very nice that they have an event to show their support for the soldiers in Israel and all the hard work and dedication that they do for Israel, and all these donors donating their money and time to help the soldiers and show them that we appreciate them. And it's a beautiful thing.
Thank you, Jennifer. What would you like to add to that?
So Israel, without our soldiers and our defense force, it wouldn't be Israel, we wouldn't be protected. Our Israel Defense Force is a big, big part, and I think being here today is also a really big part because we're from Miami and we're trying to represent things that are going on in Israel and to help people be aware of what is going on in Israel, which is really important to me and to us also.
Well, you are all very inspiring, lovely people. A real pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jennifer.
We'll now continue with the following report from Israel.
I think it's going to be an amazing week. A real glimpse into
what the Army is all about.
I can't wait to see the soldiers, meet them, and spend time with them.
I went to a couple FIDF events and I heard about this awesome mission trip. Meeting with the trainees, the lone soldiers, so just being a part of that is an amazing experience.
For those of you I didn't meet yet, my name is Dan. Welcome to my country. We're going to a base where today 700 kids are going to go into the Army and become soldiers, and that'll lead us into an entire 10 days of pretty much walking all the steps of the military.
The Friends of the IDF give us a lot. I think the fact that Jews from the States, especially like Friends of the IDF who contribute so much, come here and see it and visit us. Where other in the world that something like that happens.
The mission is excellent, far more than I expected.
The soldiers are very, very happy to see us because that's the first time that someone actually is coming, not a friend, not a family, and take an interest in what they do and tell them that they care about them.
And it's a tremendous thing to see how much the soldiers know FIDF and know what we do for them.
When we come to Israel, we can actually see firsthand where those funds are going and how those projects will help the soldiers, and also allows us to sometimes find new projects and new ways to help soldiers in the future.
The things that I've seen here with the FIDF mission, the Young Leadership Mission, are things that I could have never seen, and I know I will never see with any other group, on any other mission, on any other trip.
You can't experience or understand what we do until you come on the mission, and really tonight is it, because you have 500 soldiers who have benefited from probably many things that we've done over the year, but tonight they're celebrating a party with us and really showing this mutual love, our love for them and their appreciation for us. And it's really, for me, it's always been the highlight of the mission. Put smiles on the faces of all these guys that work so hard.
If you're not here, you'll never understand it.
Definitely going to tell all my friends about this mission.
I don't think I could have had a better time.
We want to see more of you next year.
On our broadcast tonight, On the Brink, Israelis running for cover as bomb shelters open, and Israel calls up 40,000 reserves.
The city of Jerusalem came under rocket attack. It happened literally seconds ago.
I'm a lieutenant and I'm a deputy commander in an Iron Dome battery.
I'm a major and engineer in a core unit. I command a special operation to find and blow up terrorist tunnels.
I am reserve paramedic in the special unit of the Nahal Brigade.
As a commander in the IDF, for me it's a privilege to protect my home, to protect my land, to protect the whole Jewish nation.
During Operation Protective Edge, I was the commander of the rescue company responsible to evacuate the wounded and the casualties during the war.
I'm 20 years old. My base is here near the Gaza Strip.
A short time ago, Israeli officials reported an attempt by militants to invade southern Israel by sea.
At the first day of Protective Edge, two scuba divers, the commander of the Hamas, came through the water and started to run towards our base. When something like that happens, you don't have time to think. Me and another officers ran to the fighting zone, And we started exchange of fire. Actually, we killed them.
In the last 24 hours, we've had 130 rockets that have targeted our civilians.
Every time people ask me about Iron Dome, I like to emphasize that behind this system, there is a man or a woman making sure the job is done. You have to react on time, you have to make the right decision. It's a matter of a few seconds. When you see a target on the screen, you can also see where it's potentially going to fall. So you know that each rocket that you're intercepting could hit a house, a family, children.
What is fear? How do you deal with fear?
In this extreme situation, I want to believe that I made the right decision.
So I heard someone in back of me yelling, "Where's Hadar? Where's Hadar? Hadar is missing." And that's when I understood Hadar was kidnapped.
The moment I heard that my brother is the missing soldier, I right away wanted to go back and help. It's my brother we're dealing with.
When we entered the tunnel, it was very dark. We barely saw anything, except for a trail of blood, so I knew exactly where I need to go. I told Lieutenant Shaked, wait here for 5 minutes. If I don't come back, I'm probably dead.
This is the longest 5 minutes of my life. I didn't ever watch.
I heard Shaked yelling to me, we have to get out of the tunnel, we have to get out. Hadar was dead.
And when I first understood that he is gone, I felt something now is missing.
These tunnels were extremely dangerous, and we have to stop it.
And the Hamas terrorists blow a huge ID under the specific place that Ori stand inside the tunnel.
The place became like hell. All the injured just screamed. My EMT, he got in shock. He couldn't move or speak. So I grabbed him and I told him, just understand, we might lose one, but we will save 5.
My family is very worried, especially because I was injured twice, and the second time was very hard for me.
In midnight, his father called me and said that we need to go to the hospital.
Hi, it's me. Come to the hospital again.
When you see officers like Ori coming back, this is courage.
Courage comes from the inside. It comes from your soldiers. It comes from the mission. You don't need to look a lot to find courage. It's just there.
Anywhere else, this would be a vacation on the Mediterranean. But here, it's also a journey into history. From modern Tel Aviv to the ancient cities of Herod, the Romans, the Crusaders. The history of Israel lives in all of us. Come find the Israel in you.
Tali. I'm 20 years old and I've been volunteering for about a year now in SOS in Israel. The organization was started over 30 years ago by Ricky Batzri. And it's been working since to save as many dogs and cats from euthanization and find them proper homes.
We do everything we can to save and improve the quality of life of the animals that we receive, and we save almost 3,500 dogs a year.
Human age reversal. We may be there already. Human studies are now ready to begin to confirm meaningful reversal of pathological aging processes. These clinical trials aim to alter older humans so that they function as much younger individuals. Even modest success will result in a paradigm shift that will impart enormous societal benefits, such as sparing Medicare from insolvency. Life extension is not standing idle while 5,000 Americans die each day from age-related illnesses. Joining us are physician scientists who want to hurry up these technologies to keep people from aging to death. While life extension is pushing these projects forward, we need financial help to ensure these studies are carried through to fruition. You can support this research by making a tax-deductible donation to Life Extension Society. All donations will be used to fund age reversal research. Join us on this essential mission.
This concludes our special show on Israel and the FIDF. Thank you for being with us.
The preceding program was sponsored by RCP Productions Incorporated and Friends of the Shalom Show.